Maybe back in.
Good evening, everybody. It's Monday, November 17th, 2025, and this is a regular meeting of Moscow's City Council. First off, we have guests tonight who are going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and I invite them all to come forward here. And invite the audience to rise if they can and join us in the pledge. Waiting for everybody to get up here. Okay, good. Henry, it's all you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nice word.
Nice.
Thank you.
Job,
Do you all want to
guys.
stay up here for a
photo?
second, turn around, and let's get some pictures of you guys up here. On this side.
You
On
don't
this
want to
side.
go down there, you silly goof.
Yeah.
But good
So,
try.
that was close. Turn around so everybody can get a picture if they want. And remember,
We love it, we love it.
if you can't see the camera
We
can't
love
see
it, we
you.
love it, we love it. Yeah, Lori, pose them, pose them.
There you go, Lori. There we go.
We love it.
Come on, Matt,
We love the
on that,
cheese, we
man.
love the cheese.
She knows how
All
this
right.
works.
There we
Nice job,
go.
Lori.
Everybody accounted for.
Love it.
Can you see
All
Haley?
right. You look at me.
I got this big guy right here.
No, it's okay.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Candy.
Candy.
Provolone.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys very much.
Provolone.
So much.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Who said provolone? That was funny.
Provolone.
Yeah.
They know their cheeses.
Yeah, really. That's a
That
smart
was
kid.
good, yeah. Gouda, provolone.
Yeah.
Okay, that was positively resonant. So thank you guys, all of you, guys and girl, for doing this. We appreciate it very much and hope you see a little bit about city government now. First order of business is the consent agenda, and this consists of items that have been previously vetted by the Public Works and Finance or Administrative Committee and are essentially housekeeping, non-controversial, and routine, and any item can be removed for separate consideration by any member of council.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
Moved and seconded. No other thoughts? Okay. Sandra,
Aye.
Bryce.
Aye.
Drew.
Aye.
Gina.
Hi.
Haley.
Aye.
Okay, moving right along into the regular agenda. Next up is public comment, and for the next 15 minutes, divided up into 3-minute increments, we invite members of the public to come up to the podium over here, state your name and where you live, and tell us what's on your mind, as long as it's not on tonight's agenda, nor is pending before Planning and Zoning Commission or the Board of Adjustment. So other than that, it's fair game. In 3 minutes, anybody like to avail? Yeah, please.
All right. Hi, guys. I would give you guys the 3-finger salute, but when I was your age, I did too much Yoshinkan Aikido and rock climbing, and this is about as good as I can get. So, my name's William. I'm the owner of Shaget's Bagels here in Moscow, Idaho. And yep, we have bagels, real New York bagels. They're great. Yeah, and so early over the summer, I don't want to get into details because we do have a legal case against a local hospital here because, not gonna mince words, they nearly killed my wife. And we didn't know what we were gonna do. We had so many medical bills, we had all this other stuff, and all of our customers came together and helped us pay our mortgage, pay medical bills. And this is the only place I know where I can actually come and say thank you to the community here because I'm trying not to tear up because it was really rough, and the whole community came together to help us. I like to say Moscow is the kind of town where people put their Winco shopping basket back instead of just leaving it there. It's also the type of community here that that will come together when anyone maybe they don't even really well know will help out. On a note of good news, we are, fingers crossed, we might be signing a lease on a building here. And then, and that, so part of our business is based off of, what I grew up with the Boy Scouts, ironically, taking care of your community, neighborhood. And, I'd like to teach you guys a word in Hebrew, right? It's called tikkun olam, right? And so see these guys up here? They wake up every morning and they ask themselves tikkun olam. And that means to fix the broken world. So what can they do to make the world just a little bit better every day? So when you guys wake up every morning, kind of ask yourself that, if you ever get a chance to go to Hebrew school, your teacher will be like, what time is it? And you'll say, tikkun olam. What day of the week is it? Tikkun olam. Because it's the most, pinnacle thing in Jewish culture that you can possibly do. It's to help your community, make it better, and make it safer and wonderful for everybody. So just wanted to say thank you very much. And if the city council members have a time afterwards, I was hoping I could speak with you guys, if that's all right. So thank you very much.
Thanks, William.
Thank you. It's good to hear something good from time to time from the podium. Love it. Anybody else? Okay. Hearing none, we move on. Next up is, are we having the community grant approval or are we going to omit?
We're gonna wait that till we get the final report.
Okay, so we'll omit item number 3, pending further data and news. And moving on to item number 4, the adoption of the Latah County All Hazards Multi-Jurisdictional Mitigation Plan 2025. Elisa Anderson, and where did Chief Nickerson go? Is he hiding way back there? Okay. Yep, so please go right ahead.
All right, thank you. Good night, good night.
Good night.
We'll take good night.
Council and Mayor,
Go with that.
and everyone in the audience here tonight. So the mayor perfectly said the name of this plan that we'll be talking about tonight. Just a little bit about this new plan we're looking at. Latah County, in early 2025, Latah County contracted with Integrated Solutions Consulting to update what was our old 2021 All Hazard Mitigation Plan. This project is always in collaboration with the Idaho Office of Emergency Management and also FEMA Region 10. FEMA requires that these plans be updated every year for communities to be eligible for grant funds, and they also do provide grant funds for the plan update to the counties. City staff from community development, fire grants, police, and public works participated in updating the Moscow action items in this plan. And as the mayor said, this is the Latah County, Idaho Multi-Jurisdictional All Hazard Mitigation Plan for 2025. The different categories within a mitigation plan include natural hazards, which is extreme cold, winter storms, heavy snowfall, wildfires. And there are a few other in the categories, but those are the ones we mainly experience here. Flooding has its own category. And a couple of things I just wanted to point out that we'll be looking at in the near future, we're already studying, is conduct channel stabilization restoration, allow for greater drainage and water flow, and storm drainage systems increase capacity. So those are a couple of the things that are eligible under those categories. Man-made hazards include structure fire and power failure. Hazmat is cybersecurity, riot, civil disobedience, active shooter, and terrorism. And biological hazards, which we didn't really know about until the last 5 years, but disease and pandemic. The purpose of this plan, and I apologize for my extra P, identify natural and man-made hazards and threats to the community, develop a mitigation management strategies to address those hazards, establish short-term and long-term goals and objectives for hazard mitigation planning, and then fulfill federal, state, and local hazard mitigation planning obligations. And one of those, an example of that would be if we do have a disaster, then the government or the governor can declare a disaster declaration. And if we're within the mitigation plans and we've met all the requirements, then we are eligible for assistance. The last item is enhance awareness and develop actions to minimize risk to citizens, the economy, and the environment. The plan goals and objectives are for the county to coordinate with all the local governments to develop a comprehensive mitigation plan, ensure that the plan is approved and meets FEMA's requirements and also the Idaho Office of Emergency Management, that it incorporates public input from the local community into the planning, and it focuses on risk reduction from natural hazards across Idaho. Implementation of the plan requires regular updates with regional, state, and mitigation in coordinating with other regional state mitigation plans to enhance resilience. And this plan is incorporated in the statewide plan. For tonight, we're looking with this action item. The plan includes a resolution requesting the council to support or to adopt, supporting the city council's adoption of the 2025 plan. The document's quite large. It was attached to your staff report. I noted that most of the details regarding Moscow were in chapter 19 and pages 335 through 351. And the plan provides a comprehensive approach to hazardous mitigation, emphasizing cost-effective actions. So I just wanted to, these are just a few of the new items that we had in this plan that we had not had before. Purchase street barriers, reduce vehicular threats during community events. I just want to state a lot of these things are not feasible without grant money. So some of them are underway and being studied, but these were a few of the ones that were ranked in a medium to high priority. Support programs to address bank stabilization, channel restoration, and the floodplain. Create capital replacement program for aging failed stormwater infrastructure. Purchase and install natural gas backup power generator for the Hamilton Indoor Recreation Center, which is designated as one of our emergency centers for the city, and build fiber to utility sites to prevent shutdown from cellular network outage. And the last one was continue to facilitate continued funding for the Moscow Volunteer Fire Department, PPE, which is their protective equipment and training. Brian's also here with me tonight, the fire chief, who can answer any questions or any comments from the council.
Comments and questions, Sandra?
I don't know that you know the answer to this, and it's not a gotcha question by any means. I'm just curious. When we hear about failed stormwater infrastructure, how much of that is around here? Do we know? Or is it preventative?
Well, as you know, we're in a new stormwater utility, and I think, you know, a lot of the things have been mapped, but we do know that we have some areas when it floods where our stormwater capacity, say by Triangle Park, doesn't have the capacity to handle the stormwater with the creek right there, the ground's saturated. And so I think we do have areas where we know the pipes are older, and under the hazardous mitigation program, you can apply to upgrade that stormwater.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Stormwater infrastructure.
The pipes underground.
Yeah.
Gina?
Sorry to interrupt the joviality down there, guys. I appreciate the width and breadth of this plan. Some of the things that you mentioned, yeah, I mean, you would think barriers and things like that, but the similar to what the mayor was saying to the Boy Scouts and do you call them Boy Scouts? Scouts earlier was the stuff that nobody sees and kind of the behind the scenes below the radar stuff. And I really appreciate this effort because it does give me a degree of comfort knowing that some of that stuff has been anticipated. So anyway, I'm going to support the document for sure.
Haley?
Thanks, Mayor. I mean, I think all my questions were answered during the Public Works and Finance meeting last week, but we were eager as a committee to make sure that all of council got it. And when we found out the Scouts were going to be here, that's an added plus because it is one of the things that's you need to have a plan before you need a plan. That's the best planning you can do. And so just kudos all around and for coordinating heavily with the county. And it's nice to also see our neighboring communities engaged. Elisa, you had mentioned that the county did a lot of work to make sure that our smaller communities who maybe only have one or two paid staff were engaged and were able to identify things.
This was the first year that I think all of the cities in the county participated.
That's awesome.
First plan update.
Good.
Yeah, I don't have much to add other than what I said at Public Works last week, but just appreciative of the work that was done for this plan and the collaboration throughout the various municipalities with the county as well, and just that there are plans in place if things go awry. And then I think that that's a really diligent and good use of us being, hopefully responsible stewards of the city and the municipality to kind of all be in it together. So I think that the work is done here. That's great.
I'll just add that, in the plan, and I'm not for all, maybe for some of the folks that are here, but you saw it, there's several pages of mitigation actions that we have. Some are ongoing, some that were in there we actually completed this year, like our new radio project. And so the booster stations were completed. So we continue to complete those projects, but you still document that they were completed and you maintain that in the program. And a lot of those will always be on there because it's something that's needed. So for sure.
Drew.
Yeah, thank you for just coming and updating us, and it's good to see the progression, I guess, of it as cities and environments evolve. We also have to evolve with plans, and just the update. I'm not going to pretend like I read every
500.
sentence of it, but I will. I'm just kidding. But I do appreciate. No, I won't. I know. But I do appreciate where we can go to find resources, and I did not glean out of the packet that all of the cities in the county participated. I think that's great. So, with that, I'm feeling so moved.
Feeling moved.
Yeah, to approve the resolution to support and facilitate the implementation of the new Latah County, Idaho multi-jurisdictional all-hazard mitigation plan 2025 stop.
Second. Oh, Gina can have it.
Okay.
Nope, Gina's got it.
Any further discussion? Okay, Bryce,
Aye.
Sandra,
Aye.
Drew,
Aye.
Haley,
Aye.
Gina.
Aye.
Okay, that passes. And we have a delightfully brief agenda this evening. This takes it to the end of that. And we'll move on to council reports. So Drew.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to have a full house tonight. So thank you to the Scouts. Being a former Scout myself, Eagle Scout, humble brag.
Whoa.
Appreciate the program. Anyway, so for reports for me, so I was out of town all last week unexpectedly. So, but I do want to congratulate Historic Preservation on their Orchid Awards. Heard it was a good event. Congratulations to all the recipients that won something. I wish they gave onion awards though. I'm always going to say that. That is a real thing, orchids and onions. But anyway, really grateful for all the work that they put in this year and all the efforts that were taking into place. I did though attend the Farmers Market Commission. With that, they are starting to talk about policies and different things for the upcoming year. 26 farmers market, and they have lots of items to go through, and it's really encouraging to see a commission that is really hyper laser focused on getting things done, and when we meet there's action and things happening. So that's all for my reports, Mr. Mayor.
Cool, Grace.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Also, as a humble brag, you're not the only Eagle Scout up here.
Whoa.
I also have a nice background
How
in
many merit
scouting.
badges?
I do not remember, but I also did work at Philmont Boy Scout Camp in New Mexico for 3 summers. So if that ever is on your radar, please do take advantage of getting down there because it is spectacular and amazing. So very, very excited to share scouting backgrounds. That's great. Had a busy week last week. I filled in on Public Works last Monday. And then last Tuesday, attended the U of I Veterans Dinner, where over 600 veterans and families of veterans attend. And it was really great to be there to support so many veterans that are on the Palouse. Really appreciated being able to attend that. And then last Thursday, attended Town and Gown, which is a event that we partner with the ASUI, the Associated Students of the University of Idaho, and their leadership team where we can meet and greet, and we can kind of continue to talk about issues facing the university, issues facing the city, and just have a really nice collaborative conversation. And it was great. And then right after that, went upstairs in the 1912 Center to the Orchid Awards, and again, it was a great little event. Tomorrow's Moscow Arts Commission meeting is canceled, but I do have Sustainable Environment Commission at 6. Keeping it easy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Gina.
Okay, last week, Tuesday was like the best day of the whole week. Okay, before I start this, I was not a Boy Scout ever. I was, however, a Brownie. And I flew up to the Girl Scouts and then never got past that. And I didn't do any badges or anything like that. It wasn't for lack of trying. Okay, so last Tuesday, best day of the week. Do you know why?
Tree commission.
Tree commission, yes. And we are now a full commission as Mark Heinlein, who is also on the
Harvest Park.
Subcommittee, joined us as one of our tree commissioners. And it took him a while to warm up before he made a motion, but it was pretty exciting at that point. We are working on some great things. They are working on, so nobody in Moscow can do anything with a city tree without being certified, right? You can't prune, you can't dig it up, you can't, that kind of thing. And so they're working on this test, kind of a recertification test for everyone. And I will tell you, I have a degree in landscape architecture, and there were some of those questions I kind of went, didn't see that one coming. You know, they're very, very specific and very, it'll be good for people to have that knowledge. And I would recommend, if you're kind of quizzical like me, find it and take it. You might be surprised what you do or don't know. Dave Rock. So we have a lot of people on the tree commission who have served quite a while. And David Rock is, I guess he was the university's arborist for a while. And he is now kind of our traveling speaker for all of the local groups. And so he's going to go tell the garden club about the tree commission. So there's some cross-pollination. It's coming, I know.
Nice.
Couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. We also, let's see, talked about the fall 2026 seedling giveaway. Yes, you guys, we plan that far ahead because you know why? The Pitkin Nursery has to start all of these seedlings for us. And a lot of times it takes more than, 3 weeks. So it's kind of cool. I will tell you, we're looking right now at maybe a willow, a hackberry, a white lilac. Anybody that needs a good Mother's Day gift, that is it right there. Right there. And then an elderberry, which is kind of cool because you can also eat those. That's an edible. And then we talked a little bit more about Spring 27 Arbor Day, but that's almost so far away you can't imagine it. But I can tell you they'll be awesome. And we have now a theme for our 2026. Believe it or not, we plan for these things. The Arbor Day theme for the city of Moscow right now, at printing right now, is planting for future generations. Why would you do planting otherwise, huh? Okay, and I will tell you that while I was so excited and happy about being there on Tuesday, I completely blew off the Transportation Commission on Thursday. I'm rotten, and I'm sorry about that because those people work no less hard than the tree people do. So I think you ought to try and find I'll take a demerit. I don't know what you do there, but anyway. So I missed that. That's all I got, sir.
Okay, Sandra.
Well, sticking with the scouting theme, I am so jealous that girls can be in scouts now because I was not able to. And the uniforms are much better and the activities sounded so fun and I just wanted to be in scouts. I didn't want to sell cookies. No offense to the Girl Scouts, but I really wanted to do all the cool things in Scouts. So you, my friend, right over here, you were so lucky. I'm glad you're in Scouts. It's going to be great. And you're not anymore? Okay. Anyway, hooray. I love that. I love that all can be in Scouts. That makes me very happy. Gina, I will confess, I was also dumb.
You were dumb too?
I was dumb.
Okay, I feel better.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So, Chief, I actually changed my schedule around to make the meeting on Wednesday, but I rearranged it the wrong way. And so I had someone go to class for me to take notes for me. And I drove to the Zipley building all ready for the fire meeting. I was a little early. So like, oh, well, maybe I'm just a little early, but I'm not that early. I sat there and went, is it somewhere else? And so happily, Bill Belknap was on his phone and I texted him. He says, yeah, it's next week. I was like, but I can't go next week. So I apologize. I do love the fire meeting and I was very sad to miss that. So I'm glad the chief was here so I could admit that in person to all the scouts and all of our friends out there. That said, I was also unable to go to Town and Gown, but I did get done with my other class early enough to zip over to the Orchids, but I didn't go in because, I mean, I went to the 1912 and listened a little bit. The floors are so squeaky. I didn't want to like interrupt anyone who was talking, right? Because they're really squeaky and I'm very klutzy and that's a bad combination. But I love the Orchid Awards. I've been with the Historic Preservation Commission for years. I love old things. And it's one of my favorite things. And unlike my friend Drew, I don't think we should have onions in Moscow. We're too little and I don't want to offend people by saying, oh, we don't like what you're doing or not doing. It's just fun to give out awards to things that are happening that are pretty. So it's great. And it's really nice to have been here long enough to know all of the places that received awards. And I'm very excited about all that. So fun night there. Let's see. I just want to put a couple things on your all radar because December's coming up. There are a lot of things happening. So, Pets with Santa on December 5th at Pets for People 2 from 3 to 6. Bring your pet. Go get pictures of your pet with Santa there, or just go to see Santa, or just send your pet to see Santa. But get a picture. That'll be
Santa
great.
Paws.
Yes, Santa Paws. Pets for People 2. Nice, nice. And then let's see here. Alternative Giving Market of the Palouse will be held at the 1912 Center on December 10th from 5 to 8, and online giving begins November 28th. So go support all your favorite nonprofits, and heck, even support one you maybe don't like so much. Just support them. Give them a little bit of money. Have a great alternative gift. And then it seems like there was one more thing. Give me just a second to try to read my awful handwriting. Oh, it's also been, I think folks know that it's been a rough go for people with hunger issues, and maybe they don't have enough money to go buy a lot of food. We've had some tremendous support in our community for our food banks and pantries receiving food. I happened to be at a board meeting at Inland Oasis when all of a sudden the floodgates opened and people just swarmed in to drop off food to the West Side Food Pantry. I've been inundated with food at the Vandal Pantry, which has been great, and I'm sure that the food bank over by St. Mary's is also receiving a lot of food. So please keep it up. It goes fast. I hesitate saying this a little bit because I don't want people to think like, oh, there's no need to give. There's a tremendous need to give. The food goes so quickly, and a lot of them are some of our youngest people that need the help. So buy a little extra if you go to the grocery store and give it to the pantry food bank of your choice. And I can tell you that all those folks will thank you. But one thing, this is really important. Hesitate on giving canned vegetables. And I know that sounds funny at first, right? Canned vegetables, aren't very expensive, right? You can get a can of corn at Winco for 50 cents. And also, I can tell you that at least the West Side Food Pantry and the Vandal Food Pantry have so many cans of vegetables that it's really hard to get rid of them all. So think outside the box a little bit, and just if there's something you really like, maybe buy one extra and give it to the pantry. So I appreciate those that are doing that. I know there are a lot of you out there that are giving, and I hope you keep it up. And it's been very humbling, and I'm very grateful for all that help.
Haley.
So I have a smart transit update. So our executive director is resigning for health reasons. And so I'll share a more detailed note. There is a plan in place. So there's been a lot of time spent with smart transit. And so we have a plan. There will be someone to take over the helm. And so that board meeting is on this Wednesday morning. The third week of the month is always pretty heavy. So I've got smart transit on Wednesday. I've got a Palouse Basin Aquifer Committee, or PBAC, communication subcommittee meeting tomorrow, as well as the full board meeting on Thursday. So I'll provide some updates by email for those. Had a great time at the Veterans Dinner at the arena. It's very touching. Even though we think the naval theme song, I don't think theme song is the right word for it, but the Navy jingle, and thank you. The anthem is much more appropriate than jingle or theme song. Was not called out, but we spent the evening with 4 really cool University of Idaho ROTC kids who are young adults, young professionals who are in the Navy, which was really cool. And Town and Gown was great. Thanks as always to the 1912 Center for hosting. And I was rotten in the other direction. I caught the first few minutes of the Orchid Awards by sneaking in the back with the squeaky floor, and then forgot I had double booked myself with a dinner date. And so with family, so I had to then scurry out after the very first presentation with Nels Reese. So yeah, November, we're just live, laugh, loving, and I will provide some updates on Smart Transit and PBAC as soon as I have a second to write an email. So that's what I've got.
And for me, if anybody didn't notice, we had an election after the last council meeting here, and we'll have 3 replacements up here at this podium. Haley will be moving up to mayor. Gina will be wafting off to a well-deserved and hopefully recreational retirement.
Not sure how I feel about wafting. I think I
I'll
might
let you
go
waft.
on to the next challenge. That's exactly right.
And missing Julia down there. So we'll see 3 new faces up here at the podium. And I'll be gone too, actually, replaced by Haley.
Wafting.
So, yeah. We also had the Chic Awards from the Latah Human Rights Commission, where we gave out a couple of awards to the folks richly deserving them for humanitarian work that they do in town. Let's see, I've been talking with the newly elected people, briefing them a little bit on what to expect when they get behind this podium. Had a delightful chat with Haley and Tony Bean, the airport director, out at the airport, because the mayor also becomes the co-chair of the airport board. And there's a lot of stuff, acronyms flying
Love it.
around.
Acronym soup.
And running an airport is a non-trivial bit of work. It's tough. And I was at the Orchids. I was handing out the awards to people and listening in on what they did. I'm with you. I'd like to see a few onions. And to explain what an Orchid Award is, it's an award for maintaining, renewing, making an initiative to maintain architectural integrity that fits in with the feel of Moscow and the feel of the neighborhood around it. So things when you see people reworking their houses up in Fort Russell, that's what they're up to, is retaining the architectural integrity of Moscow and making it the interesting place to live that it is. Also, the vet dinner, also very, very good. And going forward, Thursday, December the 4th, light up the Seasons Parade right here downtown, 6 o'clock. Come out, and I know for all of you folks out there, the Halloween candy is probably getting pretty depleted. Here's your chance to stock up again. So come on down to Main Street and enjoy the parade. People do a lot of work and it looks great. Bill, anything from staff?
Your Honor, I think you covered it all.
Oh, cool. Hark.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
And we're adjourned. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thanks to all of you guys for showing up.
Thanks for coming
Appreciate it.
tonight.